June 16th meeting of the Farragut Municipal Planning Commission to order. We'll start out with the citizens forum. Does anybody have anything they wish to say that's not related to an item on the agenda? And we'll move on with the approval of the minutes. Do we have any changes or to the minutes? Do I have a motion?
I need to recuse myself. I wasn't here last meeting.
I also need to abstain from voting.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Item number 3 is discussion and public hearing on a request to close Heron Road, right-of-way north of I-4075, located adjacent to the Buddy Gregg Motor Homes, Young, William, and Kirk PC applicants.
In your packet is a copy of Resolution PC 1107 and Ordinance 1109 for the closure of Heron Road. This little stretch of Heron Road has this hash. You can see it a little bit better. It extends from the interstate to the town limit line. The town limits is at a right angle. Here is where it goes. So a portion of the road is actually still in the town of Farragut here. So the abandonment would be this area that is hashed. That is the attachment to the ordinance. The ordinance included several items to be taken care of. Because of this parcel right here and this parcel right here, abandoning this roadway would eliminate their road frontage. So part of the road closure process is that the town would relinquish the ownership of the right-of-way through a quick claim deed, that the owner of all of these properties record a subdivision plat which dissolves the right-of-way and all of these interior property lines to create one parcel so that they do have legal road frontage. That the plat establish the appropriate utility easements. You might remember from the discussion last month that there is a KUB gas line and also a water line in that area, so there would have to be easements for these lines. And that the Heron Road right-of-way be used as a land swap for the right-of-way for the Snyder Road Outlet Drive connector. That is in process right now for acquisition of right-of-way, and this would just be swapped out as part of that process. We are recommending approval of Resolution PC 1107.
One from representing Buddy Gregg Motorhomes here. Does anyone on the Planning Commission have any questions or comments? Then, do I have a motion?
I'll move to approve Resolution PC 11-. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 5, discussion and public hearing on a site plan for Clarity Point Memory Care.
Number 4.
I'm sorry.
Nice try.
Discussion and public hearing on a site plan for the addition of athletic fields at the Knoxville Christian School, 11549 Snyder Road, 49.13 acres, zoned R-2. David Rowland, KCS Board of Directors, applicant.
Packet, I included an aerial photograph of the site, and just to kind of go over with that area with you, because I do reference in the comments about the recent addition. This building here is a recent addition, and this parking lot right here and the reconfiguration of the parking lot in this area are all new. They just received a donation, and currently there is a baseball field right here in this area. As part of the improvements they did a rough grading for a soccer football field in this area. What they are proposing to do at this time is to actually flip around what they have and put the batting in the other direction with the outfield toward the parking lot. And so they will be building a new baseball field with the fencing, with the batter cages, and the bullpen, and then a little building right there that will serve kind of as the ticket place and also where they will be storing their trash. At your place, in the staff recommendation list, we are recommending approval of this site plan subject to items numbers 1 through 9, with number 9 being meet all town requirements, and 7 and 8 dealing with submitting letters of credit and submitting the notice of coverage. The items that remain outstanding are fairly minor, and we are recommending approval subject to those.
Anyone with Knoxville Christian School have anything that they'd like to add? If you have anything you want to add, you can come up to the microphone, if you would, please. Tell us who you are.
David Rowland. I'm on the Board of Directors at Knoxville Christian School. All of these improvements that we're putting in there are going to meet all of the requirements that you've asked of us. And tomorrow we'll have our letter of credit submitted to the town of Farragut. So
You have no problem with any of the items that are still remaining? Okay, good. Anyone?
So you're just turning the baseball field around, right?
enlarging it. This is a small middle school size softball field. And this will be a full 300 and something foot down each foul line high school size baseball field.
Okay, thanks.
Plus it'll be sprinkled and the other one wasn't, so.
Be a much nicer playing surface for sure.
Anybody else have any questions or comments?
Motion to approve the site plan subject to addressing the staff's comments.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Now, item number 5, discussion and public hearing on a site plan for Clarity Point Memory Care Facility, 901 Concord Road, parcel 37.04, tax map 153, located on the west side of Concord Road, approximately 2,000 feet south of Turkey Creek Road. 5.72 acres, zone C-1, Mark Balick, GBS Engineering applicant.
This is actually quite familiar to you from the standpoint of this was approved about 8 months or so ago. Per our requirements, if a grading permit or a building permit have not been issued within 6 months, it does expire. And the only modifications to our ordinance since this was approved and has expired was the addition of the bicycle parking. They have added that, and staff is recommending approval of this site plan subject to verifying the occupancy type with the State of Tennessee Healthcare Division, submitting the drainage fee, and meeting all town requirements.
Hello, I'm Mark Balick, the applicant, and we have no problems with the 2 items. And in fact, we appreciate that the staff is asking about making sure the occupancy is proper with the state. So considering the architect we've been dealing with, that's probably a good recommendation.
What that is the verification is the plans state a type of occupancy, and so there's certain building codes that have to be met with that type of occupancy. But the experience of our staff is that they are hesitant to state that might be not correct, and so before somebody puts too much pen to paper on designing a building, that they verify that with the state with this type of occupancy, because it being a memory care, it is more similar to a nursing home than it is to an assisted living, because there are certain code requirements that when you're dealing with less abled people in the event of an emergency.
Subject to.
Anyone on the commission have any questions?
What's your capacity of this place?
55 beds, if I'm not mistaken. I've drawn about 40 different ones, so I apologize. And they vary from 54 to 56, so I'm going to bet on 55.
Anyone else have any questions?
Out of curiosity, who are the principals?
It's a father and son team. Clarity Point is owned by Tom Schaffler and Tom Schaffler, junior and senior. and they are tied to Vanderbilt Hospital. One of the things that's taken a while for them to get started is they have been working very carefully to get a recognized thing where they're going to be, this facility will be tied to Vanderbilt Hospital's dementia facility, and it'll be a training facility using all the Vanderbilt ideas, concepts, et cetera. In fact, the layout, I'm not familiar with all of it, but one little bit I've been told is the layout of the room for each resident has been specifically designed for the resident and for the staff to maximize the efficiency so that the residents will have a comfort level. The staff can walk in every facility and say, okay, the beds need to be changed, the linens need to be changed. In the nightstand underneath the window, there's going to be a change of linen. They'll know where everything is. It's been really thought out. It's taken a while for the architecture, for the rooms and stuff, because it is tied to everything with Vanderbilt Hospital.
First in this area?
This is the first one that they're doing, and they're trying, what they are working on right now is they have an equity partner that they're working with that they were trying to just get them to agree to 5, and the equity partner said, no, we're going to do 10. And this is the first one that they're going to do. It's going to be in Farragut, Tennessee. And then the sites that I'm working on is Lexington, Louisville, Bluffton, South Carolina, Little Rock, Fayetteville, Gainesville, Florida, Ocoee, Florida, Louisville, sites in Louisiana. The principals, their goal is to, within the next 5 years, to have 50 of them open all across the United States. So this is going to be the flagship. Yes.
Anyone else have any questions? Have a motion?
Move to approve, subject to the 3 staff recommendations.
I second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you very much.
I'm sticking around the next one.
Yes.
Discussion and public hearing on preliminary plat for a new road for the Clarity Point Memory Care Facility, parcel 37.04, tax map 153, located on the west side of Concord Road, approximately 2,000 feet south of Turkey Creek Road. 2 lots, 12.13 acres. Mark Balick, GBS Engineering, is the applicant.
Again, this looks familiar to you because, as Mark said, they've been working to try to get all their ducks in a row, and the approvals for this expired. Last time we approved it with some subject twos, but they've pretty much taken care of all those. And what this does include is a walking trail that will run parallel to the lake from the cul-de-sac. They do have the open space down in this corner, and you may recall that part of the discussion last time was that there is a note stating that when that lot develops, they may alter the location of that open space. The purpose of this is to build the public road to access the Clarity Point Memory Care Facility, which will be here. There are no plans yet for this, but this road will also be able to be used to access the property to the north. What this does is limits the number of curb cuts to Concord roads and fits in very well with the plans that we have with the Concord Road widening from North Shore up to the Turkey Creek Road. Staff is recommending approval of this subdivision plat subject to the utility provider signing off on their plans, submitting the TDOT permit for entrance, and meeting all town requirements.
Again, I'm asking for approval subject to. In regards to the TDOT permit, I talked to the construction manager yesterday. The one thing that is holding that up is the contractor they have on board has to provide a payment and performance bond, and he was supposedly chasing all the signatures he needs on that. Apparently getting a bond nowadays is like trying to pull a teeth. It's like trying to get a loan. If you don't have all your ducks in a row, you ain't getting it. So we're still straight, chasing our tail a little bit on that, but we're working on it diligently.
Doing okay, too, with your utility?
All the utilities know about it. It's just a matter of scheduling and getting the signatures on a thing. I'll have to chase. The biggest one is going to be trying to get hold of LCUB to coordinate my call to sign it, and I think that's like trying to find a needle in a haystack some days because he's so busy running 50 million directions.